My wife left me for another man, and all that lies ahead now is a pointless, miserable, lonely life. And while he's going through that, I'll be down the pub with my mates every night. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. First, housekeeping, the raffle, Parkinson's cure, with all those prices. Sales have been a bit slow, so we're improving it, beefing it up. We're adding a super nice price bundle from Peter Sullivan in Australia. Brand new spanking soaps from Squadron Soaps and the Blue Devil Shave Company, and a brand spanking new brush from Yucky synthetic brush. Plus some of the bundles that we had. If you checked out the raffle, I've changed those around. I hope people won't be too upset, but rather look at them that this is attractive. So I've changed it around, split a few things up, sorted old from new, and there are more prices now. So we're up to 12, I think it is. So check out the updated video on raffle number 6, which I'll post before or after this one. And if you don't think people deserve suffering and misery from Parkinson's disease, but rather should enjoy life like you are, or should be, spend some money, all right? You grasshoppers. Okay, shave today, bit of a classic shave. Mitchell's wool fat, don't use that often enough. This is from 1893. Razor is older than that, probably quite a bit older. It's falling to pieces a little bit. You may have seen this before. It's a Shave&Butcher 7/8 wedge with a barber's notch. It's got patina all over the place. It's pretty beat up, but it's shiny. Horns, handles, lead inlays, everything original, apart from the pins, because I did refurbish it quite a bit. So aftershave is going to be Thayer's. That's pretty old school, isn't it? And the brush is from Grey Dog, so it's handmade, turned wood and a boar brush. That's pretty old school, I think. So that's what we're doing. Can you see I'm a bit scruffy? I haven't shaved for, 3 days now. So we need a shave. We do desperately. This is the only soap I bloom. I don't always bloom it, but I do quite often. And I didn't pour the water out properly, or the brush was too wet, because that's just a mushy. And it's just foam, because Mitchell's wool fat is one of those soaps where the lather starts off like a foam, and then you have to beat it into submission. And I'm going to put some on there. Can you see? There's just foam. And that's part of the fun. That's part of the charm of Mitchell's wool fat. Some people don't like it. Some people think it smells odd. It's like I have old school whiskers. It's like I'm the handyman on the farm. No, I look like the guy in, I spent the weekend with little kids, so I look like the guy in Shaun the Sheep, right? Shaun the Sheep is from, gonna say Manchester area. Could be wrong, could be Yorkshire, and then Yorkshire people will be upset. Northern England anyway. Shaun the Sheep. Do you watch that in the US or China or Turkey? Shaun the Sheep? We watch it in Sweden anyway. So there we go. It's quite a bit. I don't even know if I really should use all that foam, but let's try. Can you see that? It's just foam, nothing else. So we'll spread it out a bit. So See if we can make that into something which, yeah, there you go, which isn't foam. It's easier if you start out much drier than this. But you know, I'll paint it on. See what happens. Usually after a while, it behaves properly. Yeah, so weekend with little kids. Well, they were, and still are, I hope, 6, 8, and maybe 13, 12. 6, 8, and 12, I think. Lovely kids, boys. Some are a bit on the wild side, but they were well behaved this weekend. I was visiting with friends. And the 12-year-old is almost a teenager, and boy, can you tell. We love him, but you know, those hormones, my God. My God. But he's, you know, the boys have wonderful parents, so you can tell already now, and it's such a joy to see that when I'm the godfather of at least 2 of them. Yeah, I know which ones, and it's 2 of them. It's a joy that you can already see they're going to turn out to be good people. Sorry, I had to spit that out. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of this because I get tired of trying to beat it into the lather, because you want it to be close to the toothpasty consistency. But this one, boy, was that a lot of foam. I'm still treating foam. This is not leather, it's foam. Let's do this for a while. It's fitting that we talk about Shaun the sheep, because this is a sheep soap. Lanolin. The wool fat is lanolin, which you somehow make out of the sheep. Not quite sure how. I'm guessing this could turn out to be the longest lathering process ever. I do, you know, you can fast forward, why not? It just won't go away. You know what? You know what it is? It's just a lot of soap. It's just a big foam. But I will have to add water to this at some point quite soon, and I just thought I would try and get it into a denser thing before. There you go. Some people would shave with this, you know. Ah, look at that. Pretty peaky. Foaminess is gone. I do apologize. This is not pretty. This is no pretty sight. Oh my God. Okay. Let's add water. But I had a great weekend up in Stockholm, which is about a 4-hour drive from here. So I drove up and had dinner with my friends, dinner and cocktails. It's great. And day after we had some good food, played with the kids, had nice dinner out, and wow, look at that already. Wow, look at that. And went out to a bar, had a few beers, met with more friends. Quite nice, you know. And it was, everywhere was packed. It was Saturday evening. COVID restrictions are gone. So there's no keeping 2 meters apart rule. There's no rule of having a certain amount of square meters per person in a public place indoors. Is it wise? I don't know, but it was packed. It really was packed. Can you tell there's a lot of lather? Can you tell it's quite pretty? Quite pretty. It's so pretty, oh so pretty and witty and whatever. Okay, I'm gonna shave now. Is that the third or fourth time I spit? I'm sorry. I think it's pretty good though. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's the best Mitchell's lather ever, and let's see if it falls apart. Could. Here we go. I haven't used this razor in quite a while. Well, you will have seen it last time I used it, because I tend to use it on camera. Oh, that feels good. 3 weeks, 3 days rather, coming off. Yeah, there you go, and wait for it. Ooh, it's a boom shakalaka. And then we went to a concert. And that was pretty cool. So it could be I haven't been to a concert in probably 3 years. And the fact that, you know, we've not had a lot of fun lately. Could be that, or it could be that the band was just brilliant, because that is, you know, one of the best concerts I've been to. Certainly top 5, and I don't go to concerts that often anymore, but I used to go to them all the time. Top 5 means quite a lot actually. And it was fantastic. Swedish band called Pascal. They sing in Swedish. And they're not a big band. Well, not a big band, they're a rock band. But they're not very famous. But we had, I don't know, 200-300 people. Very enthusiastic. I just hope there weren't anyone there who was carrying the you-know-what. You know, because the place was packed and you just can't avoid bumping into people. I didn't move around too much, stayed mainly with the friends. You know, I was up there in the front, it was packed with people, you had to muscle your way in, and you know, it's a risk. It's a risk you take, but it was fantastic, and they put on such a show. And we had quite a bit to drink, you know, just the right amount to relax, enjoy the music, and it was phenomenal. It was an epic night, which ended in the way I like it. I don't like to party until 3 o'clock and be horribly drunk and not be able to breathe the day after. So we went home. We came home at 1 o'clock in the morning. Had a whiskey, had a cigar, just enjoyed it for another hour peacefully, and went to bed. And I felt pretty okay the day after. So very grown up, very responsible, wasn't it? Yeah, best weekend in a long while. But I didn't shave, I just shaved my head, and it was, you know, I didn't, you know, they have 3 kids, 2 parents and a dog, and I just didn't want to block the bathroom for that two, but I didn't want to block any of them for 45 minutes doing a shower, head shave, face shave, brushing your teeth, toning my skin, sort of thing. So I just shaved the head for a couple of days, and then today I haven't had time to shave, so it's evening now, Monday evening, and we're getting rid of the nastiness on the face. It's a little bit drier, but it's still fine. I'm not gonna make it more wet, because that would just ruin it probably, or at least there's a risk, and I don't want to start over making a lather, because Mitchell's wool fat is it is a chore. As I said, that is a big part of the enjoyment. I have a lot of videos that I haven't watched. I'm way behind. Not gonna catch up. I've given up trying to watch everything. So, and lately I haven't even watched a lot. So, but I miss it, and I have quite a few I want to see. Matti Lindholm is doing a series on how to straight razor, shave, etc. for beginners. I haven't had a chance to watch, but I hear good things about it. I think Frank was shaving after having had quite a few beers. That should be fun. Haven't watched that either, so we'll get to you guys, promise. You've got to love this razor. Well, you don't have to, but I do. It just feels so good. Heavy grind. It's been around for well over 150 years, probably quite a lot longer than that. And it's still, I bet you, as sharp as it's ever been. And it's heavy, but it's safe, smooth. It's one of those wedges where, you can feel it's a wedge, but it's so sharp and so smooth. You may think it's a hollow. It doesn't sound like a hollow, of course. I was watching Chris at IMCDB earlier today, and he talked about the sound of buttering a toast. I thought that was quite clever. He had a Ralph Aust which is a full hollow, so it's quite noisy. So this is more scratching your leg on your trousers, on your pants. It's kind of sounding with the nails. I don't know what I just made that up. I didn't think that through. Scratch that. But anyway, it's not butter on toast. Butter on toast is a hollow sound, isn't it? Oh, I'm enjoying this, and I'm taking it slow, and it's lovely, lovely, lovely. The lather is a little bit on the dry side on the second pass. I had too much soap, and as you could see, I got tired of working it, so I knew it wasn't super wet. It still is very enjoyable, and I'm guessing this is, in terms of moisture content, pretty average amongst shavers, no? So forget my analogy. What does this sound like? Maybe it is buttering a toast. I don't know. What do you say? I haven't thought about that. You know, what it sounds like in real life. It's interesting. Thanks, Chris. And you know, I may think about that, what different razors and different grinds sound like. The nerdy things we nerds get into, eh? Oh, speaking of that, there is a fast food dish, sort of, which I guess is quite Swedish. It's called tunnbrödsrulle. So you have a flat bread, really thin, like this. You fill it with, you know, homemade from scratch potatoes, mashed potatoes, and sausages to them. You can have different sausages, you know, this depends on how traditional you are. And then mustard and ketchup. That's like the standard. Plus, usually you add more things like you can have pickled onions or dried onions, the crispy stuff, or just raw onions chopped up. Something called räksalad, which is, God, it's disgusting when you think about it. It's like shrimps in mayonnaise and stuff and caviar, I don't know. Anyway, so you put that on, calorie times a million, and you know, other stuff. You can have kimchi and you can have all sorts of stuff. And then you roll it up, make it into a roll, sort of I guess like a burrito in a way, like a Swedish burrito. So I've never had that, and my friend's as nerdy as I am, although he doesn't shave, he's got a beard, so he's nerded himself a little bit into this dish. And you can find it in a lot of places in Stockholm. And so there's a Facebook group. Let me rinse. Oh, spectacular. It's always a dream to shave after not having shaved for a few days, because you get so close. Oh, hairs on my skin are rising. What do you call it? Getting goosebumps. Oh, that's how nice that was. I'm not even exaggerating. That was absolutely joyful. I'm not sure I want to do Thayers. What should I do instead? I'm gonna do Oraso green. You know, you gotta go with what you feel. So here we go. Nice. A bit of alcohol, a bit of witch hazel, a bit of the scent I'm growing fonder of. Oh, nice. The Swedish burrito. So there's a Facebook group, obviously, called Friends of the Tunnbrödsrulle, but it's all in Swedish. 19,000 members and very active. It's like a shaving. You know, I went there and I tested all these 10, and here's my list of 1 to 10, and I don't like the mash in there, and they should have proper ketchup and you know, all sorts of things. A bit like us, you know. But food, so I guess people are more fat than we are. We all look good. But so I posted me and the food and the sign of the place. You know, it's like an imbissstand. It's like it's on the street in a wagon or a hole into the wall. It's not a restaurant. You don't sit and eat. You eat it walking or standing up. It's you know, it's fast food. So took a picture and says, popped the 49-year-old cherry of the tunnbrödsrulle. And I'm up to 130, 140 likes on the thing now. It's quite funny. So I can't eat it too often because then I'll be fat, because that thing has so many calories. But I like the enthusiasm in a big way. So maybe I'll make some at home. Maybe I'll show you. You know, if I can. I don't promise this, and you're bored already. That was the shave. That was the video. Check out the raffle. Please do. Please do. So many nice things donated. We need to raise more money. It's worth a lot more. Really is. And that's not just bullshit. The number is very low, so it needs to go up. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful week. Stay safe and stay sharp.